What up, y'all? It's your boy Lil Mill, and we are back with another reaction. Today we got Chelsea sack ROSENIor. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up, man. This is honestly not a bad day as a Chelsea fan, man. I'm gonna give my opinions at the end of the video. But today I want to see what Mark Goldbridge has to say. I will give some opinions about it. So we're going to see what he has to say. Alright, so let's not waste no more time. Just get into this reaction. Come on.
Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and I feel like the biggest jinx in the world. Check out the video from a few hours ago because ROSENIOR's been sacked. I literally said on the lunchtime video, I don't understand what's going on at Chelsea, Liverpool and Newcastle in relation to keeping these managers are underperforming, but Chelsea made a big move. What I would say is Liam ROSENIOR's been sacked by Chelsea. I feel bad for him. I hope he has a...
I don't. You know what? Okay. I feel bad for him because, yes, he is a young manager still. And he was taken from a club that is actually owned by BlueCo also. In France, where he was there to develop players, and he was just as young as the actual players in that team. To go from that club to a club in England who is a top 6 club, is a big 6 club in all of UK, and for you to really not have that much experience as coaching, to go, that's a big jump. Like, come on, that's a very big jump, and I do feel for him. But at the same time, as a coach, he just wasn't it. He wasn't it, bro. He was championship material type coach. He wasn't a Premier League tier coach. He just wasn't. He didn't fit the category, man. He didn't.
a good future. I think he's a good coach. I think he's been thrown in at the deep end. And I think the Chelsea model has to stop now. And fair play to Chelsea. Like, you know, at the end of the day, ROSENIOR wasn't going to work. 6 losses out of 7 is bad. The players weren't playing.
I think what was really bad is the fact that Chelsea went 5 games taking L's and not scoring in any of those games. That is not acceptable, bro. That's just unacceptable. 5 losses is just unacceptable. Like, plain and simple. Like, you're going to be put in the hot seat if you lose 5 games in a row. But to lose 5 games in a row and not score in any of those games, bro, that's not it. And I don't put the blame all on ROSENIOR, bro. Like, these players had to be called out, man. Bro, they're not playing to the standard of Chelsea. Chelsea is a big club. They're not playing for the standard. And Liam ROSENIOR, before, yesterday when they took the L against Brighton, he called him out. And I'll be honest, like, I'm not too mad that he called him out, but at the same time, you were not doing your job. If you were a coach that was, you know, a very good coach, and you called him out, I would have no problem with that. But the fact that you just weren't doing, you weren't doing good. You just weren't being a good coach. I don't think you were a good coach for Chelsea. That doesn't mean that you cannot go to another team and be good in that team. Yes, you can go to a different team and be good with that team. But for Chelsea, for what I've seen, I don't think you've been good. No.
For him, they weren't playing for the badge, they weren't playing for the owners. You have to make that change. So I would applaud that. They've also spent £2 billion in the last 4 years.
Oh my gosh, bro. Mark, why you have to remind me, dog? You're just trying to ruin my day, Mark.
Which is ambitious. They've just spent it badly. I'm never going to criticise a club that listens to its fans and does the right thing. The issue is the Chelsea fans will be looking at that ownership now and saying, you are responsible. You know, it wasn't Liam.
Yeah, bro. I think since the first season they took over, I've been holding them responsible for everything that's been going on with the club. Since the first season they became our owners, I've been holding them responsible. Gotta leave this damn camera. Alright. Yeah, man. Like, Now the noise is crazy around that stadium, around the city of London. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I seen protests of BlueCo out, and you can't blame us, man. We're not used to this. We're not used to We're not used to the Arsenal treatment. Y'all know how Arsenal been trash for like, before they started being contenders. Before that, they were trash. They were garbage. We're not used to it. We're just not.
ROSENIOR that put Chelsea in this position. They were already in this position because of the owners.
Facts.
What Chelsea need to do now is listen to the people that matter, which is the fans.
Yes.
And start to build a team that can compete at the top level, because that's
yes.
what Chelsea is meant to be all about.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. He knows. He knows. Even though he might not. Oh well, he's a United fan, but he knows like the greatness of Chelsea. Like we deserve much better as fans. Stop with the potential players. Stop with the young players, bro. We need stars. We need made players, man. Please, we need to compete. We haven't been competing. Can we at least compete, please?
I wouldn't be surprised if they went and got Nagelsmann now. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who? Oh, Julian Nagelsmann? Is that what you said?
They went and got Nagelsmann now. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if they started buying people over 25 now. I mean, because that's what they need to do.
Yes.
They need an Osimhen up front. They need a goalkeeper in goal who.
Osimhen. Yes, I've been saying that we need someone like Victor Osimhen, bro. For me, Victor Osimhen or the striker from Dortmund, Girassi. One of the two. I'll take one of the two.
Is like Araya. They need a proper goalkeeper. They need a proper striker.
Facts. Yep.
I think they've got very talented players like Cole Palmer and Caicedo. They need an experienced centre back as well. There's no point spending £2 billion and then spending it on the wrong players, and that's what Chelsea have done.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I don't think Liam ROSENIOR should feel any embarrassment. He's young enough.
I mean, let's call it how it is. Liam was a scapegoat, Even though he didn't really do a good job, it started good. It did start good. It started promising, but later out, when the season started to get to the toughest, when the pressure was building, Liam was not performing as a coach. But he was a scapegoat, and it's not all his fault. He has a little bit of fault to it, but majority of the fault goes to the owners, if not all of it. So.
And capable enough of coming back. Look at Frank Lampard. He got the Chelsea job. He failed. Look at what he's just done with Coventry.
Facts.
I feel bad for ROSENIOR because I think he was thrown into a job he never should have been given, and that's on the board of Chelsea.
Yes,
but,
true.
He'll be handsomely rewarded for that, and he's more than capable of.
Yeah, 28 amps, I believe. They got to pay him like 20 or 28 amps or something like that. I mean, shit. He can't be too sad, you know what I'm saying? At least he got the bag regardless.
Coming back and having a career, I've got no doubt about that. The big question now is what Chelsea does next.
Yeah.
I think that they should be ridiculed. It is embarrassing, absolutely no doubt about it. Having said that, I think they make the right choice.
Okay.
You could say the same about Liverpool in this summer.
I agree. I think they made the right choice. I do think they did. And I'm glad they did it before the season ended, man. Because, man, y'all know that we still have a chance to make it into the Champions League, be in 6th place. Y'all know how? If Aston Villa wins Europa League, that opens up another slot to go to the Champions League, because Aston Villa winning the Europa League automatically puts them in Champions League. And Aston Villa is going to finish top 5 in the Prem, which is going to open another slot, which is 6th place, which means 6 Prem teams potentially playing in the Champions League next season. And we need to win out. We need to win the rest of our games from here on out. I would love for us to be in 5th place, but it's kind of we're in the mud right now. We're kind of stuck right now. So 6th place to at least give us a chance to be in Champions League potentially.
As well, if they get rid of Slot, you could say the same about Newcastle with Eddie Howe. I think Chelsea have made the right choice. It's unacceptable for any club to lose 6 out of 7 Premier League games.
Whoa, Mark, hold on.
You could say the same about Newcastle with Eddie Howe.
What you say?
Absolutely no doubt about it. Having said that, I think they make the right choice. You could say the same about Liverpool in the summer as well if they get rid of Slot. You could say the same about Newcastle with Eddie Howe. I think Chelsea have made the right.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, I don't follow Newcastle. Maybe Liverpool, yes, I would understand. Fine. Sack Slot. As long as you get the right coach, which I think will be Xavi Alonso. But Eddie Howe? I don't know. I know y'all had one bad season like this season hasn't been the best, but I don't know if I would sack him, man. He was there to bring y'all up, and I think was he there before the new owners came in? I don't know, but I don't think he should be sacked.
Right choice. It's unacceptable for any club to lose 6 out of 7 Premier League games. And
yes.
The biggest thing is that last night was, I watched Chelsea against United, obviously, and I think they should have beat United.
Really?
Know, and football is very fragile like that. I think Chelsea should have beat United. It was.
I think we should have beaten them too. Or at least we deserved at least a tie the way that I think we were better than them, especially in the second half.
It was a bit of a lucky result for us. It was a great result for us, but it was a bit of a lucky result. But last night was appalling. Like, that could have been 6-0 to Brighton. It was 3-0 in the end.
Yeah.
The players, like I say, weren't playing for the manager. They weren't playing for the badge. And they still have a chance of getting into 6th place and potentially into the Champions League. And it's a little bit like Spurs, isn't it? Spurs with Tudor. You made a mistake sacking Frank and giving it to Tudor. Do you stick with that to the end of the season and be in the Championship, or do you try and change that situation? And who knows whether that change for Spurs will work, but it was the right change to make. And who knows whether this works for Chelsea, but it's the right change to make. If they can get European football, i.e. the Champions League or maybe even the Europa League, and bring an experienced coach in and bring in some good players, then next season could be, interesting for Chelsea. I just don't think that Chelsea could have followed the ROSENIOR route, gone into the summer and trusted him into next season. I think that they have made the right choice. I mean, look, we're all old enough. I mean, you could be 10 years old and you've seen bloody sackings in the Premier League. So we're all old enough to know that sometimes these are not very nice decisions, but they're the right decisions. And there's always that irony that it's not actually the manager's fault. It's the bloody owner's fault for the decisions they've made. But
it's majority owner's fault, but Liam does have some fault.
At some point, you do hope that your owners make the right decisions. And I think that what Chelsea need to do now, and I'm sure every Chelsea fan will agree, what Chelsea need to do now is go and get a best-in-class manager. And
yes, I'm not gonna lie, bring Jose Mourinho back. I'll take him in a heartbeat. Cesc Fabregas, please, someone like Cesc Fabregas. Cesc Fabregas is proven, man. He is proven. Y'all see what he's doing over there in Italy with Como? Bro, I didn't even know that team existed. Bro, shout out Cesc Fabregas. He's doing a good job over there. But someone like him, for us, I think would be really good.
And some experienced players. Now that goes against the Chelsea model. Chelsea wanted a head coach that they could manipulate, so they went for ROSENIOR. They wanted young players because they've got sell-on value, and that's what they've done. And I'm glad it's failed. As a football fan, I'm glad it's failed. And look, maybe my club's about.
I'm actually not glad it's failed, to be honest. I'm actually very mad and very disappointed that it failed. I really am. My gosh, bro. But I can't do nothing but accept it. Like, it's failed. It has. It's been a total, utter failure. It has. And it is what it is, man.
About to do that. Maybe Man United are about to do that. We're about to give the job to an inexperienced coach who will sit under a board that runs things. And it won't work. It won't work. Because that's not how football works. The great managers, whether it's Jurgen Klopp, Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, they have control.
Yeah.
They are specialists at what they do. They are managers. They manage players, they know what players they need, and they have a say. And this modern phenomenon of having a head coach who just gets on with coaching and has no say in signing players, selling players, it's just...
That's not a formula to win. I understand what Mark is saying here.
Owners trying to rule the world.
Yeah.
It's owners trying to play a glorified game of championship manager. Football for time has been about managers managing football clubs and owners staying out of it. And Chelsea need to turn that model back on.
Yeah.
Abramovich had the power to sack people, but he didn't control Mourinho. He didn't control Ancelotti. He didn't control Conte. He let them do what they did, and if it went wrong, he was ruthless. But he let them do what they needed to do.
Facts.
Chelsea have come into this model where it's crazy. To spend £2 billion in 4 seasons is incredible. As a fan, you'd go, if someone told me Man United were going to spend $10 billion over the next 4 seasons, I'd go, well, that's $500 million every bloody summer. Yabba dabba do. They've wasted it. and they've become arrogant in thinking that they can run the football club and just have a head coach. They'll change direction now, and hopefully every other club will change direction, because you need managers. You need managers who know what players they want, have a massive say in that, and have a massive say in how the footballing side works. Be interesting to see what Chelsea do next. I would imagine, as I said, I mean, look, I'm thinking about the Man United situation, and we've fucked it, really. We've decided we're just going to give it to Carrick without interviewing anybody else. So there's a lot of coaches I think United should be interviewing that maybe Chelsea will go for.
I mean, but, bro, Carrick has been doing a very good job, man. Bro, y'all were like 15 plays with Ruben Amorim. And then, or like 15, 12, 13 plays. I don't know what plays y'all were in. And then Michael Carrick comes in, be the interim coach, because that's what he is, and he flipped the whole story around. He put y'all from honestly, y'all were about to be in the same position as Spurs. But Michael Carrick brought y'all all the way up to third place in the Prem. So, he deserves some credit. He does.
You've got Nagelsmann. I mean, I've always felt Enrique at Chelsea would be perfect.
Oh my God, yes, bro. When Luis Enrique was available, bro, I wanted him so bad. But I think we got Inter Maresca instead. Bro, I wanted Luis Enrique so bad, man. Oh my gosh. Look what he's doing with PSG, man. What a great coach, man. And he would be perfect for us. He really would. He would make these players work their ass off. He would make them die for the badge. Like, he would make them respect the badge. Oh my God. What a coach Luis Enrique is, man.
I mean, I've always felt Enrique at Chelsea would be perfect. I don't think they can do that.
Nah.
But Enrique, Nagelsmann, Iriola, wouldn't it be ironic if Chelsea, if they got Tuchel having...
Ariola? Who the hell's Ariola? Ariola? I'm sorry, I don't know who he's talking about there. I got a brain fart, sorry. I don't know who.
Him said no to Man United. So there's a good market of managers out there. Emery, there's some good managers out there.
Emery, yes, I agree with Emery. Yep.
And the interesting thing between Man United and Chelsea is Man United will cross all these managers off and say you can't get them. Chelsea will go and get them. So I'm very interested to see what Chelsea will do. I think they'll go an interim until the end of the season and try and do what they did with Di Matteo, where the players just respond to the interim, get them into Europe, and then you bring a manager in the summer. I think that's what they will do. I don't think there's no point. The market won't be very good at the moment for the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah.
But the market will be very good in the summer. Maybe Pochettino. I mean, I don't think Pochettino would go back.
No, not Pochettino. I see what he's doing with USA. And I don't know, probably being a coach of a national team is... not probably. I'm pretty sure it's way different than being a coach from a club team. But we already been through that, and no. Sorry. No. If anybody, Inter Maresca, come back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wanted him gone. I don't know why I wanted him gone so bad. Why was I so happy that he left? Bro, we weren't doing bad. Just because we weren't in the top 4 at the moment, I feel like we were too reactive there, man. Not us. The owners were too reactive on letting him go, man.
Back, actually, because I think he was under BlueCo, wasn't he? But
yeah.
And to be fair, so was Tuchel. But Chelsea will go top of the range now. They'll abandon their under 24 signing policy, and they'll abandon their inexperienced head coach being told what to do by a board that doesn't know what it's doing policy. And they'll recruit a proper manager, I guarantee it. And I think their summer will be very interesting. It's just whether they can get European football in the next 4 games. They made the right choice. Rosenior's not really responsible. The board are responsible. Let's see if they can turn it around. Let me know your thoughts. Smash a like and subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one.
Shout out Mark Goldbridge, man. I'm going to give it a like. Okay. So, with Liam Rosenior sacking, was it all his fault? No. Did he have some fault? Yeah. Majority of the fault should go to BlueCo ownership. Yes, that is true. Liam was not the right fit for Chelsea. He's young, coaching young players. He did not have a voice. He never got the support of the of the players. Yesterday's performance was so unacceptable that the players gave up on him, and that's really sad to say. That's really sad, really sad to say. But they didn't believe in him, and Liam, this wasn't the right job for you. I think you could still be good at a different club, but not it didn't work out with Chelsea. So, you still end up getting paid at the end of it, but I mean, it is what it is, man. And now moving forward, as Chelsea fans, we're looking forward to this summer transfer window where we have to sign made players, star players, made players above the age of 25. That's true. Like we need players, goalie, center back, all positions, all of them. We need made players. We do. And then as far as the coach, we need an experienced player, someone that has a voice, someone that is experienced. Jose Mourinho, Nagelsmann, how he said, Tuchel would be great, but I think he's gonna stay. But Tuchel would be so good. I would take Enzo Maresca back, coaches like that. Or if we want to go somewhat, if we're gonna go again with a younger coach, Cesc Fabregas. I'll take Cesc Fabregas. I think it would be the only coach I would take. The only young coach I would take, honestly. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I really am looking forward to the summer. I think there will be some change also. The ownership failed us as fans. It failed Chelsea as a club. No more time wasting. Like, wake up. It's time to wake up now. Seriously. We'll see what happens. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what videos you want to see me react to next. Once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll see you on the next time. See you!